What is good, guys? I was not planning to do this at all. Damn, I was not expecting WrestleMania Night 1 to be this good. And not just the main event, but just throughout the entire card. So today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, my reviews, what I thought of each match on the card tonight. So sit tight because I got a lot to talk about. All right, first we're going to start off with Austin Theory versus John Cena. To me, which I can't believe I'm saying, was the weakest match on the card in terms of performance. I didn't like how they made Austin Theory that desperate, as in terms of he kept biting John Cena, kept resorting to like low down tactics. I didn't like that. I wanted them to build Austin Theory in a sense where he didn't have to beat John Cena straight up, but it was too many shenanigans. Like, I just don't think it made Theory look strong. I don't know if they're planning to set up John versus Theory again, but I just didn't like that. And on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna rate that match a 3. Next, we have the tag team showcase, the Viking Raiders, whatever the hell they're called, Ricochet and Braun Strowman, Alpha Academy, and who else? Street Profits. And honestly, this was just WWE saying, look, we have these talented guys. Go show the WWE Universe what you guys can do. And it was just, honestly, I thought it was gonna be my bathroom break match, but it wasn't. I said, let me just tune in, because one, it had my boy Montez Ford. I'm a big Montez Ford fan, as well as Ricochet. So as I just kept watching the match, it was like, damn, this really got my attention. It was just honestly just such a fun flowing match, just really showing off everybody's talents, just showing off everybody's talents perfectly at that. Gable looked like a star, Ricochet looked like a star, Montez Ford, Dawkins. I really want the Viking Raiders to get rid of this whole Valhalla gimmick and go back to more towards the NXT gimmick, where I feel like they could be truly more themselves. But yeah, this was honestly just such a fun match full of spots. I cannot complain at all. Like I said, I thought it was gonna be my bathroom break match, but I actually stayed tuned. I'm actually going to give this one 6 out of 10. Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't tell you the winners. If you didn't know, if you don't want spoilers, click off. But if you already know, Theory beat Cena, and the Street Profits won the tag team showcase. All right, now let's move on. Then we got Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, which I honestly am not surprised at Logan Paul's ability to go in the ring. Then when you put him with Seth Rollins can have a 5-star match with a broomstick. So it was no coincidence that those two was going to collide, was going to have somewhat good chemistry in the match. Do I think it was better than his match with Roman Reigns? Logan Paul, Roman Reigns? No, I think that was Logan Paul's best match so far. But honestly, this one was not too bad. Then I like how they added KSI in the prom battle. I already knew it was KSI in the prom battle. When Logan entrance and he brought the prom battle onto, I already knew it was KSI. It was just too obvious. But it was still a good pop once he revealed himself. And once he took that splash through the table. That's good to see. I hope they get a tag team match somewhere down the line. But yeah, this match was just full of spots as well, showing off Logan Paul's athleticism. And as he keep going, his timing will get better. It will become more fluid. And honestly, I just really enjoyed the match. I hated how much they try to force Seth Rollins' theme song onto the crowd. Like, he had a whole conductor out there, and it was just like, just play the music and let them sing. We know how to sing. We don't need a conductor. I get it's 75,000 people. I don't care. Just let the crowd sing. I was really looking forward to his entrance, but it was like kind of ruined by that whole forcing everybody to try to sing on one accord. It was just like, no, play the song. Let us sing, okay? This Dragon Ball Z shirt is really big on me, by the way. I did not know it was gonna be this big. All right, moving on. Oh, if I had to rate that match, it would be, I would rate this match 7 out of 10. Next, we have Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky. And honestly, I honestly thought it was either gonna be the tag team showcase or this match that was gonna be my bathroom break match. I know, we got Lita and Trish Stratus back. I know, guys, I get their legends. But honestly, they blew my expectations away. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be kind of a draw match, but it's okay when you have legends such as Lita and Trish Stratus. Like, they can get away with having a draw match, especially because they don't wrestle a lot throughout the year. But honestly, it was filled with cool spots. Trish Stratus did way better than I thought she would have. I understand she kept herself in shape with her yoga and everything, but being in shape and then being in ring shape is 2 different things. She did way better than I expected. Becky Lynch, of course, being the man, Becky Lynch. Bayley selling the heel. Always good. Bayley is such a great worker. I feel like she's so underrated. Like, I get people understand how talented she is. I still feel like she's so underrated. I feel like the whole Damage Control is really underrated. Io Sky had her moment where she did her backflip off of the thing. Then Lita did her Lita saw off of it. Was just full of cool spots, you know. Honestly, I would give that match 6 out of 10 too. Seth Rollins won the Logan Paul match, and Becky Lynch in the Legends won her match. Okay, I gotta get better with these reviews, okay? Just bear with me. All right, now we got Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Another match that I thought it was gonna be okay, but it did way better than I expected. In terms of the wrestling in ring, it was okay, could have done better. But just because of the emotion with bringing the family, then plus Rey Mysterio entrance was one of the best entrances of WrestleMania of all time. Not the best, but one of the best. Like the transition into Latino World Order, then Snoop Dogg, and then his theme song, like that was so dope. And then I feel like he had the Great Muta match going on, you know, just to honor him and stuff. I feel like Rey Mysterio really just showed out, man, while also putting his son Dominic over. I feel like Dominic should have gotten the win. I don't know why. I just feel like Dominic should have gotten that win. But I think they setting up for him and Bad Bunny, and then it's gonna be a whole tag team match at WrestleMania Backlash. But that's for the future. But as for this match, like I said, the family emotion that it brought within it, Rey Mysterio just showing why he's a legend. It had me way more invested in this match than what I thought it was. I'm gonna give this one a good 7 out of 10. All right, now we get to the two powerhouses of the night, man. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. Look, I understand we're mad at how overbooked Charlotte Flair has been over the years, but we got to give this woman her credit. She knows how to throw on a good match, y'all. She knows how to throw on a good match, as well as Rhea Ripley. When you put that together, that shit makes magic. It makes magic. Both just showed off their strength. Both showed off the athleticism. Both showed off just how great they were. From start to finish, I was just totally invested in that match. I really did not know how that match was going to swing. Usually, like, by the time mid-match go, I can already tell who's going to win, who's going to lose. But that was just going either way. They was just both throwing haymakers, spears, and riptides. And it was just like, man, you could just really feel the emotion in the match, especially from Rhea Ripley. It was like she really had to get this win because how she lost 3 years ago to Charlotte. Charlotte damn near killed herself during the match. She went face first off of a German suplex. There was some other times where she just got hit in the face. She got rocked in the face, but she kept going. Rhea Ripley came off with the win. Honestly, such deserved. I feel like she should be built up a little bit more. I feel like she really just been Dominic's sidekick character other than winning the Royal Rumble. But I'm not going to be mad that she's the champion. I hope they just book her right. Make her the main character now. Let Dominic kind of take a side. At least that's what I feel. I just feel like they should have built her up just a little bit more. But hey, the match was good. I'm sorry. I don't care if you hate Charlotte. I don't give a damn how much you hate Charlotte. I don't care how many times she won the championship. We're talking about that match at that WrestleMania. And when the lights are on, Charlotte Flair, when she wants to, can put on a great match. Right? And we already know Rhea Ripley's going to. Rhea Ripley's going to put on a great match for anybody. But when Charlotte Flair wants to, she can put on a great match. And I feel like that match was just magic. Had me emotionally invested. I'm going to give this one a good 8.5 out of 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10. You could bump it up to 9 if you want to. I wouldn't be mad. So now we had like a little midway match, midway segment, whatever you want to call this. Pat McAfee versus The Miz. I mean, it was a good way to transition into the main event, but I was just so ready to see the Usos versus the Canadians. I just couldn't focus on Pat McAfee returning. I really was hoping Randy was going to return, just RKO The Miz and just get out of there, but Pat McAfee returned. It was cool. You know, Michael Cole overreacting, doing his thing, his buddy thing with Pat McAfee. It was okay. I feel like they should have did it earlier in the card. I feel like at that point, we just wanted to see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. At least me, because I just didn't care for that whole little segment. It was cool with Snoop Dogg, whatever. But I was ready to get to the main event. Pat McAfee won. He's still undefeated at WrestleMania. It was okay. Miz sold. George Kittle hopped the barricade, got into it, clothesline the Miz. It was cool. It was cool. It was cool. But now we get on to the holy grail of the night. The Canadian Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. In my opinion, the greatest tag team of all time, the Usos. And just from the start, you felt the emotion from both sides. I know how much we credit main event Jey Uso, but Jimmy is really good at just body language, man. His promos may not be as solid as Jay's, but when it comes to body language, Jimmy's up there with the best of them too. And we already know what Sammy and Kevin can do, as well as main event Jey Uso. So when you put that all together, and what I haven't felt in a match in so long, like I know I said I didn't know which way the Rhea and Charlotte way was going to swing. I genuinely did not know who was going to win this match. It was times where I thought, okay, the Usos is about to win. They're about to retain. The Bloodline's going to keep going strong. Then there was times it was like, okay, Sami Zayn's about to win, or Kevin Owens is about to take the pin, and the Usos kick out. And it was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Sami Zayn would hit the haluva kick. Kevin Owens with the stunner. Somehow Jey Uso or Jimmy Uso would kick out. Then the Usos would hit the splash, hit the one and done. Sami Zayn would still kick out. And the Kevin Owens would still kick out. It was just back and forth. Kevin Owens got put through a table. It was stunners. It was haluva kicks. It was Uso splashes. It was good tag team wrestling. The Usos dominated. While Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn just showed that grit, showed that fight. It was just from start to finish. It was such a great match. And the real question comes, Roman gonna lose that title? This is what makes it more unpredictable, because I feel like if the Usos win, you kind of got a strong feeling that Roman's gonna win. Now that the Usos lost, it's like, yeah, you could think Cody's gonna win, but WWE's known for throwing that switcheroo at you. But going back to the match, that match was just, like I said, my heart was in my ass, okay? I didn't know where that was going. It had me on the edge of my seat. But yeah, the winners were Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They have won the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Shout out to the Usos for just putting them over as best as they can, man. That was just 4 great performers just creating magic. 2 great tag teams just creating magic. I honestly thought Kevin Owens was going to turn on Sami Zayn, but that's a story for another day. If I had to rate this match, I know nothing is ever perfect in life, but hell, I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. It had me synced all the way through, dog. I didn't know who was going to take that. And that's the best part when you're watching wrestling. You're just like, man, I just don't know which way this is going to go. It creates more suspense. It creates more drama. It creates more climax. And I love me some damn climax. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for me for that match. If I had to rate the night overall, out of 10, I would say this is a good night. I would say this is a solid 7 or 8, honestly. Like I said, in terms of wrestling, it probably wasn't the best, but in terms of just emotion, you really just felt the emotion the whole night. And that's what WrestleMania should be about. It should be the ending of stories, the emotional wraps of stories. And I feel like that's what they pulled off tonight. But anyways, guys, that's it for my rant. That's it for my review. Like I said, I just turned the camera on. I didn't try to make anything look nice. I know I probably look terrible. Baggy shirt. Who cares, okay? It's WrestleMania season. We don't care about that. WrestleMania Night 1 was a success. And this is just the weaker card. Like, this is supposed to be the weaker side of the card, right? The real heavy-hitting matches is really the night after. WrestleMania Part 2, I can't wait to watch that. Because they started off great, so you got to end off even greater. I don't even know if I used that right, but I don't care. It's been more Becky Stacks. I'm out. Peace.